Dear students, in the last lecture we have discussed about the statistical quality control. Now we will discuss some control charts to understand that statistical quality control. Control charts for fraction defective or P chart. This is one chart. In this one we will discuss about P chart. P chart is designed to control the proportion P percent, that is 100p, or defectives per sample. Fraction defective is equal to number of defective item upon size of the sample. How to give this one? That implies P chart, that is P equals to summation D upon N. Summation D, that is number of defective items, and capital N is the size of the sample. The statistics for P chart is the mean fraction defective P, and it forms the control line CLP, where P bar is given by this P bar. P bar is equal to number of defective in all the samples combined, total number of upon total number of items in all the samples combined. P bar is number of defective in all the sample combined upon total number of items in all the samples combined. P chart used for controlling the defectives in the process. It is used when sample size is large, that is greater than 50. Now see what is the working rule to construct P chart. Working rule to construct P chart. Stepwise we will discuss here. Step 1. First of all, we will calculate the average fraction defective P bar. This is called average fraction defective P bar. Second step. Now you compute sigma, the standard error of P bar. How will you calculate that one? Sigma is equal to standard error of P bar. It is given as sigma is equal to under root P bar Q bar upon small n, which is equal to under root P bar, and Q bar is 1 minus P bar. P bar can be calculated from this upon small n. Alright. Now third step. What is third step? Calculate the upper control limit UCL for this P. This is for P chart I have written, and lower control limit LCLP. UCLP is equal to P bar plus 3 under root P bar into 1 minus P bar upon small n, and LCLP, that is lower control limit for P, is equal to P bar minus 3 under root P bar into 1 minus P bar upon n, where P bar is equal to mean defective of population. See this, mean defective of population. Now fourth point, draw the control line CL at P bar as thick horizontal line, and the two control lines UCLP and LCLP is a dotted line. You just draw the upper control limit and lower control limit as a dotted line, and thick line as a control line CL. Now fifth point is plot the individual points P or 100p. Sixth, interpretation. How will you interpret? If all the points lie between two dotted lines, then the method is called as statistical control. In the statistical quality control also I have shown you, I have discussed that when the points which are given under both the dotted lines, upper control line, control limit, and lower control line, within this the process is said to be under control. The same thing is happening. If any point is above the dotted line UCL or below the LCL, that is lower control limit, then the process is known as out of statistical control. So in this way you can find the P chart and find your problems solution. So what is the advantages of P chart? See the advantages of P chart. First, control charts help to rectify the faults. Control charts help to rectify the faults. Second, by maintaining the quality control specification can be predicted. By maintaining the quality control specification can be predicted. Third, warning can be taken when the sample points lie outside the control line. Fourth, lot of saving in time and cost by use of control charts. By this control charts we can save much more time and cost also. Now see one example. Construct a P chart for the following data. Data is given, number of samples, each of 100 items. Suppose number of samples, this is sample 1, it has also 100 items. So these are the samples 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. A number of defectives, that is in sample 1 there are 12 defective items. In sample 2 there are 10. In sample 3 6 defective items, 4, 8, 5, 9. In sample 6 also 9 defective items are there. Number of defectives 7, 8, 10. In 10th sample we are having 8 defective items. Now we have to check whether the process is under control or out of control. This can be seen from here, from this example. See how to solve. First, in the first column we will write sample number of samples 1 to 10. Each sample has 100 items. Number of units in a sample, that is 100 for all, n is given. Number of defective, that is D. For each sample there are different defectives, 12, 10, 6, 8, 9, etc. For each sample there is different defectives. Fraction defective, that is P equals to D by N. D by N, this is this 0.1 to 0.10. Just divide the D by 100. All are equal. Units in the sample is 100 only, so all this will be divided by 100. Now average fraction defective P bar. How will you find P bar? Total number of defective in all samples combined, that is summation D. This is total number of defectives. Summation D is 90 and N is 1000. 0.09, control line is 0.09. This gives you the control line. Now after getting P bar, you just find upper control limit, which is equal to P bar plus 3 under root P bar minus 1 minus P bar upon N. P bar I have got 0.09 plus 3 under root again 0.09, 1 minus 0.09 on 100. So this is your value. Now the control limit, lower control limit, P bar minus 3 under root P bar into 1 minus P bar upon N. P bar has the value 0.09 minus, after calculating this thing which you have got here also, same thing, you have got this much. So this is the value, that is 0.0042. Now you draw the control line. On x-axis the sample numbers are given, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 samples are given. See here 10 samples are given, each are having 100 units. And on this y-axis the fraction defective P is given. Average fraction defective is given. See the values now here. How will you write? For 0.1, for sample 1 this is 0.04. For sample 1, where it is written? For sample 1 this is 0.12. Where is 1, 2? Here. See this is 1 above in front of 0.12. This is 1.12. In this way you have drawn these two limits. UCL is 0.1758, this is upper control limit, and this one is lower control limit. This is your control line. Control line has got from here CL, this one is control line, isn't it? And upper control limit is calculated by this one 0.1758, and lower control limit is 0.0042. Now you have to check these items. Number of samples. Sample number 1 has fraction defective 0.12. See here. 2 has 0.10. See 0.10 is here in front of this. This is the point. Sample 3 has 0.06. You draw the point 0.06 here in front of 3. This is here. 4, this has 0.08. 0.08 is somewhere here. This control line. So you can see all the points are within this upper control limit and lower control limit. All the values lies between control limit, hence variability is under control. In this way we have used the P chart, and we have got the idea how to find the control chart, how to find the data given by the help of P chart. Now you can see NP chart. What is the definition? NP chart. Working rule is here also find P bar that is equal to, working rule you just see for NP chart, P bar equals to summation D by N. Now calculate sigma, which is standard deviation D is equal to under root N P bar minus 1 upon P bar. Third point, calculate the control line. CL is equal to NP bar. UCL is equal to NP bar plus 3 under root NP bar Q bar, and lower control limit is equal to NP bar minus 3 under root NP bar Q bar. Note, if LCL, that is lower control limit, is negative, then we take LCL as 0. If LCL is negative, then we take LCL, lower control limit, as 0. Now plot the defective items, item points. Fifth is, if all the points lie between UCL and LCL, process is under control, otherwise out of control. This is the process only. This formula you have to remember, then only you can apply the NP chart. See the NP chart in this problem, how to use. The following is data of defective of 10 samples of size 100 each. Construct NP chart and give your comments. Sample size, sample number 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9, 10. This is sample, and the size of sample, each sample is 100. Number of defective, sample 1 has 6 defective, sample 2 has 9 defectives, sample 3 has 12, 4 has 5, 5 has 12 defective, is like that, and 10 has 7 defectives. Now you have to see whether this data is under control or not. So number of samples 10, size of the sample 100, P bar you just calculate 96. In the previous problem you just say this is, add this one, so you will get what? Defectives is this. Now add this one, so after adding here we will get 96. I haven't shown here, you just will get 96. Total number of items of the sample, that is 1000, divided, this is 0.096. This is control line. You draw the control line here. Control line is equal to NP bar. You have to multiply by N. So this is 9.6. This is 9.6. Now on the x-axis you draw the sample number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on y-axis defectives from starting from 0. see the defective as 0, 6, 9, 12, 15 and like that up to 7, whatever it is. After all this points you have to write it here. Now see upper control limit. Why the formula? Upper control limit is equal to np bar plus 3 under root n p bar q bar. Np bar we have got 9.6 plus 3 under root 9.6 into 1 minus p bar. So 9.6 plus 3 into under 9.6 and you just find this one because p bar you have got here 0.096. So after calculating this is 18.44. So you can draw the upper control limit here, it is 18.44. Now the lower control limit, you draw the lower control limit, this value is 0.076. Now you see each point. For sample 1, 6 is here. Sample 2, 9, it will be somewhere here. For sample 3 it is 12, it is also below this. For 5 it is 4, see here. And likewise when you will draw all the points from this one, this data given, what I am seeing here that all the points are within upper control limit and lower control limit. That means you can say all the sample points are within the control limit. The process is in a state of statistical control. So in this way I have shown you how to apply the two charts, P charts and NP chart. The basic thing about these two charts are you have to remember these 2 points, upper control limit, the formula of upper control limit and lower control limit. From there and from here you will get the control line. So after getting control line and upper control limit, lower control limit, simply all the points already it is given, you have to plot it there and see whether the points are within the control limits or not. If they are within the control limits, that is between UCL and LCL, you will say the process is under control or statistical control. The same thing it is done in P chart. So this is the basic thing which you have to remember. You have to find out P bar, that is P bar you will control, that is control line. Here in NP chart you have to find out NP bar, that is also control line, and the formula for upper control line and lower control line in both the cases are different. You have to remember that one. Otherwise it is there is no difficulty in solving this type of problems. This is very good and very important as well. So students, try to solve this one. In the next lecture we will discuss about different charts like C chart and another charts. So till then, okay, thank you so much.